Enemy will walk to player if he gets into enemy zone. If player is inside red attack zone, enemy will attack player. Enemy will take a cooldown between every attacks. If player is outside attack zone, enemy will walk closer to player. Enemy will chase player anywhere if he's still inside enemy zone. You can adjust enemy attack cooldown easily too. First, let my enemy move around from point to point. You can download this enemy model with link under this video. This enemy can only play animation idle now. Prepare motion idle walk attack for this tutorial. To create his new motion, simply copy motion from his animator, then change his name, that's it. Open Visual Scripting Plus, you can download it with link under this video. In this tutorial, we will use macro character and macro no macro. We use macro character to move enemy from path to path. Step 1. Copy macro character to our SLAM. Let's create a script to contain visual scripting events. Name it SLAM movement. Step 2. Open use character to get event to use. We're gonna use event move path to path. Copy move path to path velocity. Open SLAM movement. Paste the copied event here. Add timer to make sure game is loaded before add new events. Replace object with this because this script is inside SLAM body. Path list is a list of path objects that SLAM will go around them. Let's create an empty object that contains SLAM and path objects. Remember to reset transform values. Now, create some path objects inside this SLAM one. I will add color material to it and rename it Path 1. Checkbox is trigger that character can go through it. Make sure it's positioned above the route that SLAM can touch it. Ctrl D to duplicate Path 2 and Path 3. Now choose our SLAM object. Add a variable path list. Set it as AOT list of objects. Click on plus icon, choose type object, then add path 1, 2, 3 into. Open our script, add variable path list to our event. Press play and you can see SLAM can move around now. Let's add animation walk and rotation for this SLAM. Add animation walk. Next, open macro no macro to get event to do rotation. Copy and use event 3D rotate to position. Object will be this, our slam. Target position will be the path position that slam is heading to. When it arrives to a path object, slam will stop and play idle. With a simple event, we can make enemy move around. Next, create enemy attack zone. Slam will attack player if he's inside this enemy attack zone. Checkbox is trigger that allow other characters can go through. I will add a material with transparent to see it easier. Rendering mode set to transparent. Move it to center of slam and scale it bigger. It will do a close range attack. Just a little bigger size is good. Next, create an enemy zone. Slam will move to player if he gets inside this enemy zone. Name it enemy zone and scale it bigger. Next, add new strip inside enemy zone to detect player. Name it enemy zone. We use on trigger enter to detect player if he walks inside. If collider with target player is true, player is inside this enemy zone. Make sure you attack player to your main player's character. If player is in enemy zone, we'll call an event to this slam. Name it enemy zone player enter. To send this event to our slam, we need to get slam object here. Slam 1 contains both our slam model and enemy zone. We will get object slam model with get parent and get child. Get parent. To get slam 1, slam model is the first child of slam 1. It will return a type component. We need to get game object type. Now, this event will be sent to slam model object. Copy all of this. Replace with on trigger exit to detect if player goes out. Create custom events with same names to use them in our slam. Choose slam object and create a new strip. Name it attack player. Open it and paste our custom event from enemy zone. If player inside enemy zone, let's stop movement of slam first. We will use cancel move to pass to cancel slam movement. Paste inside strip attack player of slam object. If player entered add a variable to control it. If player entered, set player in enemy zone true. Object will be this our slam. After stop move path to path, slam will move to player position. Create new custom event. Name it move to player position. If player exit enemy zone, variable player in enemy zone is false. An enemy will go back his past route. Create a custom event back to paths. Cut it and move this. Open script slam movement. Paste that custom event here. This will call event move to paths we made earlier. Next, let's handle event move to player positions. Open macro character to get event move to position. Copy event character move to velocity. Paste it here. Object is the object. We'll use this event. It will be this, our slam. To position is the current position of player. But that position must be on route and under player's feet because that position cannot on player body, middle of the air. Our route object is named route. To get the position under player's feet, open macro no macro. We will do a raycast from player body to the route and get the position on route that is by raycast. This event will do raycast and check all hit objects whether the input object is hit by raycast. Object will be route to get the position on this route. Origin is the position of begin of raycast player's position. Direction is the direction of raycast y-axis and go down. If raycast hit route object, we will get hit position. Our slam will move to that position. Add timer to check player's position again every 1 second. After timer, we need to recheck if player is still on enemy zone. If player is still in enemy zone, update and move to player position. Let's play and see how it works. It worked well. Let's make this slam work and rotate to player. Copy these events. Paste after event move to. Target position will be player position, or you can get this hit position for this slam rotation. Enemies will go back if player exit their zone after reject. Let's play. You will see this slam will chase player anywhere he goes, and go back if player exits enemy zones. Next step. After getting close to player, enemy will do attacks. Create a new script to detect if player enter this attack zone. Name enemy attack zone. Open it. Do the same at enemy zone. Let's use on trigger enter. If collider with target player is true, player enter attack zone. Create new custom event. Name enemy attack zone, player enter. And trigger this custom event inside our SLAM object. We will go and get SLAM model object. To get it, use get parent. Copy all of this. Replace with on trigger exit to detect if player exit this zone. Create custom event with same names of these events. Open script from SLAM model. First, let's create a variable to tell player is inside attack zone. Set variable player in enemy attack zone true if player entered. And set it false if player exit this attack zone. Enemy will stop movement and then wait 1 second and then do an attack. To stop movement, open macro character. Copy and use cancel move to position. After this SLAM stopped, he will turn animation to idle for waiting. We need some adjustment for event move to player position now. Enemy will move to player position if he is inside enemy zone and not outside of enemy attack zone. And when player is outside of enemy zone, variable player in enemy attack zone will be false too. Now enemy will move and stop near player position. He will play idle after stop movement. Next, enemy will wait for 1 second, then will do an attack to player. You can adjust this waiting time with a variable. It will be enemy attack cooldown as you see in any games. I will set its value true. After this timer, do a recheck if player is still inside attack zone. If player is still inside attack zone, do an attack to player. Create a new custom event with name attack player. To play a no-loop animation, open macro character. Let's use this event. Make sure you created motion with name attack. To create animation attack from this SLAM model, duplicate one of its attack motions. Change its name to attack. Make transition to idle to play idle after animation attack. This is object during this event, our slam. After animation attack, slam will wait before doing another attack. Wait for attack cooldown. After attack cooldown, recheck for another attack. We will recheck it here. After attack cooldown, if player still in attack zone, do attack player. If player is not in attack zone but still in enemy zone, enemy will move to player position. Last thing, before do an attack, enemy will rotate to player. Target position will be player's position. We have finished all events now. Let's see the result. It worked perfect as many online games you played. Let's take a look again at all events we made today. If player enter enemy zone, enemy will move to player. If player exit enemy zone, enemy will go back to his path. This event move to player position of enemy. Do a recast to get position to move to, and update player position every 1 second. If player enter attack zone, wait for some seconds, then do attack to player. At last is event attack player. Do attack, then wait for cooldown. And here is attack zone events and enemy zone events. The last one is sweep, make enemy move from path to path. Now you can turn these zones to invisible. Duplicate to make more enemies. Reposition anywhere you want this enemy go. Then enjoy your work. Please like and subscribe my channel to get more tutorials. Comment below what tutorial you want me to make in next video. Thank you for watching.